falseness we live in as women is believing that we have high emotional intelligence. And setting the record straight, women have no emotional intelligence.
Hey, Shalom, brothers. This is Brother Howard of GMS Toronto, coming back with another one. Now, don't get it twisted. I'm not doing this video to disrespect, degrade, or talk negatively about the woman. No, that's not what this video is about. This video is just about highlighting the differences between a man and a woman. Women were made emotional for a reason. You women were made that way so you can be more bonded with a child. That's why women are more childlike than men are, right? If a man was more emotional than logical, we're going to call him names, right? We wouldn't put him in different offices of rulership, right? Especially when it comes to a law, when it comes to law and different offices where you have to be more logical, right? Like police officer, judge, right? Where you can't be really emotional. If you saw a man was too emotional, you couldn't appoint him to office, right? President, prime minister, because then you'll say, that's not a wise man. So we can't say that's a wise woman, because women are more emotional than they are logical. And then if you do have a woman that is lacking emotion, that probably means that she is high in testosterone. And if she's high in testosterone, that means that she is emotionally imbalanced anyway, right? Because a woman is not supposed to be too masculine. It's not her true nature. Her true nature is supposed to be feminine. That way she can bond with the child, right? They have songs out where they say, oh, girls just want to have fun and stuff like. The reason why they have songs like that is because women are more childlike, right? That's why they get excited over birthdays. They'll tell you, oh yeah, it's my birthday month, right? They get excited over these different holidays, right? You ever seen a woman's face when you bring her a gift? Buy your woman a gift today, even if it's something small, and wrap it up and put it in a bag and come with roses. And I guarantee you that woman's face is going to light up like a bulb. Like a bulb. That woman's face is going to light up. Just like a child, man. Now this is Job chapter 39, verse 16. She is hardened against her young ones as though they were not hers. Her labor is in vain without fear. And now this scripture is more towards you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American women. Why? Because you've been broken as a nation, right? As a people, we are broken. So due to you being the weaker vessel and you not having structure, order, right? Or leadership, no guidance, that means this judgment that we're facing is hitting you hard too, right? That's why you see videos of women abusing their children, right? You see these young women giving their children alcohol. Like I'm talking about little 3-4-year-old babies. And I'm not saying these other nations of women don't do this, right? But not in mass, not in the capacity that our women do it. Okay? Blowing weed smoke in our children's face, going on vacations, leaving their children at home, like just wickedness, man. Right? Tupac made a song, Brenda Had a Baby. What was that song about? Right? Dumping her baby in a dumpster. Right? We had crack babies, like just ultimate wickedness, man. Okay, so Job 39:16, she is hardened against her young ones as though they were not hers, right? That's why abortion is so high in our different communities, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Her labor is in vain without fear, because God hath deprived her of wisdom, neither hath he imparted to her understanding. Let's read that again. Verse 17, because Yahweh hath deprived her of wisdom, neither hath he imparted to her understanding. Right? So that's not something that you get from a woman. You don't get wisdom, and you don't get understanding. That's something that you get from a man, right? Now, this is 1 Corinthians chapter 14, verse 35. And it says, and if they will learn anything, let them ask their husbands at home, for it is a shame for a woman to speak in the church. So what does it say? And if they will learn anything, let them ask their husbands at home. So what does that mean for you men? Because you men, you don't just get off scotch-free. It means that you men are going to have what? If they lack wisdom and understanding, you as a man, what are you going to have? You're going to have wisdom and understanding. You women, by nature, you're receivers, right? But in this society, the only thing you low-level demonic women want to receive is rod or penis. That's not how it's supposed to be. You women are supposed to receive more than that from a man. You're supposed to receive knowledge, wisdom, understanding, instruction, guidance, rules, right? A man is supposed to impart to you everything. Now, don't get it twisted. A woman is already supposed to come fully functional from her parents. So back in the day, it was easier for men to lead. Much, much easier. Why was it easier? Because just like how you women come ready to go when you go to your jobs, that's because you've been instructed from school days. From school, you've been instructed to follow instructions, keep your mouth closed, speak with respect. That's the same thing we are supposed to do as men, Israelite men. But because our culture, our nation has been broken, we don't have anything that's set up to where we are creating functional women and functional men. So does this just fall on the woman? No, because she's not really ours. She's been raised in a school system. And if you know anything about the school system, it indoctrinates you. So when you go home right now, or if you're home right now, look at your woman. That is a human being that has been indoctrinated for the majority of her life. If your woman is 20 years old, she's been indoctrinated for the past 20 years. If your woman is 30, she's been indoctrinated for the past 30 years. If your woman is 40 years old, she's been indoctrinated for the past 40 years, right? And so on and so forth. So you can't just look at the woman and just think, oh, she's this, she's that. That's an indoctrinated person. That's a person with heavy demons on her due to programming. Programming from the TV, programming from her music, programming from her pastor, programming from her parents, programming from her friends, programming from all the different men that she slept with. And it's not supposed to be that way for a woman. Women get easily confused. So all the different programmings, there becomes a time where she's unable to take programming anymore. She's toxic, right? The majority of these women are toxic. Why are they toxic? Because they're unable to receive. If a receiver can no longer receive, what is the point? There is no point, right? It's broken. If you have a phone and you want to set up your phone with the Bluetooth connection and you have all your devices in your home and you're trying to link your phone to your car, you're trying to link your phone to your TV and it won't work, you're going to bring that phone back, or you're going to say, yo, this phone is broken. And that's the majority of our women. They are broken. Now, this is indoctrination, and this is from Wikipedia. It says, indoctrination is the process of inculcating, teaching by repeated instruction, right? So that's what the woman needs. She needs repeated instruction. A person with ideas, attitudes, cognitive strategies, and you men don't have none of that for the woman. You accept the woman with her ideas, you accept her attitude and her cognitive strategies. Now let's find out what cognitive strategies are. This is the word cognition. Is the mental action or process of acquiring knowledge and understanding through thought, experience, and the senses. It encompasses all aspects of intellectual function and processes such as perception, attention, thought, imagination, intelligence, the formation of knowledge, memory, and working memory, judgment, evaluation, reasoning, and computation, problem solving, and decision making. That's everything that you men, you take from these women. You know who took that from a woman? Adam. And ask Adam how that went. That didn't go too well for Adam. Okay? So it says, or professional methodologies, right? Broadly speaking, indoctrination can refer to a general process of socialization. In common discourse, the term often has a pejorative valence to refer to forms of brainwashing or for disagreeable forms of socialization. So all our women have already been what? Have already been brainwashed, man. They've been brainwashed. So is there any reason to be arguing with somebody that's brainwashed? No. Because a person that's been socialized or brainwashed, they're going to argue with you until death because they believe what they believe to be right, and you cannot change them unless you have brainwashed them, right? Or cleanse them. Same thing.
The reason that as women we want to believe we have emotional intelligence is because we are emotional. Because we are emotional, as women, we want to think we have high emotional intelligence. But the truth is the fact that we are highly emotional is actually the biggest indicator that we have very low emotional intelligence. Because if a man, let's say a man was highly emotional, is that somebody that we would take serious? Other men don't take emotional men serious. We look at that person as bitchy, right? We look at that person as, we'll even say, it will be like, oh, you were raised with your mom, weren't you? And it's a disrespect because we understand that emotional men are not intelligent men. Everybody know that. Now, this is 1 Timothy chapter 2, verse 14. And Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in transgression. Do you know where Adam became in transgression? Adam became in transgression or became a transgressor when he followed the woman. When he followed the woman, that's when he transgressed. So just because a woman is worshiping Buddha, or, all our women are witches nowadays, and then she's going to bring that witchcraft to you, are you going to follow her? No, because then you're in the transgression. You don't follow after her belief system. That's not your job. And if you are a man that's taking orders or guidance from a woman, then you're out of order, right? I'm not saying that,
your woman can't be highly intelligent when it comes to her job, right? Whatever it is. Let's say your woman is good at resume building. She can help you find a job or something like that. Are you not going to use her as a resource? That would be stupid. That would be silly. Right? Let's say your woman is good at herbs, like she knows the herbs really well, or she's good at computer science and stuff like that, and she can help you do certain things. Why would you not take her advice? Why would you not? Well, you're the one that's going to instruct her on how you're going to use her, right? She's not going to be instructing you as to how you should think, right? Guiding you, leading you. No, not like that. Not at all. Now, this is Genesis chapter 3, verse 12. And it says, "And the man said, the woman who thou gavest to be with me, she gave me of the tree, and I did eat," right? Which is going into knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. "And the Lord Yahweh said unto the woman, What is this that thou hast done? And the woman said, The serpent beguiled me, and I did eat." Why was she beguiled? Because she's just a woman. She's just a woman. She's an emotional creature. Now, don't get it twisted. She's in transgression because a woman is not supposed to be indoctrinated by another man, right? Which is completely going off, right? This is worse. This is a spiritual, mental, emotional adultery, right? Because there is laying with a woman, right? Like we know as men, when you lay with a woman, that's adultery, right? You lay with another man's woman. But there's a reason why the scriptures, what we read, said, "And if she will learn anything, learn at home from her husband." Because don't you know that you and a woman can become bonded just by talking, by reasoning? That's why women usually sleep with their pastors. Women usually sleep with their teachers, right? Their professors, their mentors, people that they look up to, right? So that's why you're not supposed to teach another man's woman, because wisdom is an aphrodisiac as well, right? When a woman is listening to you speak, she's getting bonded to you, right? I remember there was a song. I know I always reference songs, but there was a song. I can't remember these guys' name. Dead Presidents. I think their name was Dead Presidents. They made a song called, oh my gosh, what's the name of that song? Yeah, this was the name of the song by Dead Presidents. It's called Mind Sex, right? And he was basically telling the girl, you ain't got to take your clothes off yet, right? Because he wanted to get in her mind first before he got into her body. Because anybody knows, which is why pimps can pimp. Once you get into her mind, her body is going to follow. The body is the easiest thing for a woman to give away. A lot of women don't even put value on that, right? That's why a woman can be a prostitute and still be in love with a man, or still give a man all of her, right? Her body, a lot of these women, their body means nothing, okay?
Because being emotional is having no control over our emotional state, which is low emotional intelligence.
And that's why, that's another reason. Let me say this. That's another reason your woman should never be able to be triggered by other men, right? Because that's another trick. If as a man, if you know women, if you're able to trigger women emotionally, you know she likes you, or you know you can get with her. Right? There's a movie by the name of A Thin Line Between Love and Hate, right? And it's true, right? If you can trigger a woman emotionally, piss her off, you know you can get her, right? You just want to see if you can trigger her. If you're unable to trigger a woman, hey, that's letting you know that woman really don't give a fuck. But if you can trigger a woman emotionally, get her out of character, you know you can also get into her pants because you're able to get into her mind.
Emotional intelligence is the ability to be pragmatic, to see things realistically, and to make choices and respond to life not from an emotional place. It's the ability to be in control of our emotional state.
Right? And this woman is completely right. That's all that it's about. Right? So you men, you just have to put the woman in perspective, man. That's all that it is. Put her in a perspective. Right? She's not negative the way the Most High created her. She was created perfectly. She was created so perfectly that's why the Caucasian man is using her as a weapon, right? He knows how to manipulate her and use her to his advantage. You as a man, you have to know how to manipulate and use her to your advantage. That is your role as a man. Your role as a man is a manipulator. You are a shepherd, right? You have to know how to manipulate the earth, right? To grow seed, right? You have to know how to build, right? Put certain materials together. That's the same thing, right? You have to do that to yourself. You men who are, you're serious when it comes to your working out and your eating, right? You know how to do all these things, manipulate the different matter of the earth and, the earth and put it together and build this and form this. Well, you have to know how to do that with the woman too, man. All right. So just wanted to do a quick lesson on that. And I'm going to end it off there. With that, I'd like to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakwadash. Double honors unto the elders and elder apostles of GMS that rule well and that teach well. And to the brothers on the four corners of the earth doing this work in truth and in sincerity. Shalom. Till next time. Kwame Asharala.